Hey all, this is Annie Bauer, founder of the Smart Better Life, where I am here to bring you optimism, education, and inspiration to live a smart, better life and your best year ever. So, a couple things happened today, actually on the exact same day, that I wanted to share with you. And this is around service. So, if you do anything where you're dealing with customers, customer service, answering the phone, taking in client complaints, you run a company, you're running a team, this really could apply to anything. And this could even apply in your relationships with your spouse or a friend where things don't turn out exactly the way that they were expected to turn out, and you've got to handle it. So, my first experience was with a food service delivery company, and they were supposed to deliver my food box this week, and it didn't arrive. And I don't cook, as some of you may know. I can cook, but I just don't have time. And that's not where my passion is, unlike my daughter, who is an amazing cook and chef. And she's gone, so there's no one here to cook. And my food didn't arrive, and I don't have time to go to the grocery store. I've got to go to a conference tomorrow, and I don't have time to cook. So I call up the company and I say, hey guys, where's my food? I'm hungry. And lo and behold, something happened and the shipment did not go out this week. Well, I was really, really bummed because number one, I love their food so far. And if I end up loving their food, I'm going to recommend it on my blog. So stay tuned on that. But I was really bummed because I'm thinking my refrigerator's empty and I don't have time to go for food. So what am I going to do? And I didn't have to do much of anything at all to stay with this company and feel totally satisfied, because without asking, this person said, "We're so sorry. What a huge mistake. I'm crediting your account for an entire box." So I didn't get charged for this week's box, but I'm still getting a credit for an additional box. Well, immediately I felt like this person was hearing me and understood my pain, even though I didn't really explain my story. The second thing that happened is when this was all in a chat box, and I sent this person, I said, "Boo, that's too bad. My box is not coming. I'm hungry." And I did a sad face. And the second thing he did that every customer service person should be taught to do is he expressed empathy. He said, "I know. I can't imagine if my box didn't come and I didn't have food, I'd be sad too." That's huge. So if you run a team, or even if you're just having a discussion with a friend, a spouse, a relative, a team member, anyone really, express that empathy of saying, "I know, I get that. I understand. I'm so sorry that you had trouble," but not just sorry, but I can imagine what it would feel like if you open up your refrigerator and there's no food in there and you're hungry. So, two things. Make it right away without the other person having to ask. And the second thing is just express a little empathy. I think that's really all that people want. They just want to be heard, they want to be understood. And the second example that happened on the exact same day today is I run an Airbnb as an Airbnb host, and for the last 24 hours, I have not been able to get a client guest booking to go through because of technical problems. And it wasn't my fault. It didn't have anything to do with my place or my responses, but we could not, even with customer support, get the problem resolved right away. And when I woke up this morning and it still wasn't resolved, I didn't want to lose this person. But more importantly, I didn't want this person to become discouraged and leave the app altogether, having had a bad experience, because it's a platform that I believe in. So I immediately went in and I said, "I know you still haven't been able to book. I know you're having technical problems, but I'm lowering your price. I'm sending you a special offer right away. I want to make up for the problems and troubles that you've been through, and we're going to figure this technical thing out. But in the meantime, I'm giving you a huge discount out of my pocket because I care about you." that went so far. The person didn't leave my listing. The person didn't leave the platform and go elsewhere. And I think that this person will end up being a satisfied customer and a client for life. Those two examples are examples of the same thing, of always just jump in and do more than what's expected, more than what's asked of you right away, and express empathy. I can imagine how, and this is a great thing to do, I can imagine how you must feel, how frustrating it must be on the other end to be wasting your evenings trying to get something to work, or how frustrating it might be to open up your refrigerator and you've got no food. These comments can go so far, and you don't have to use these just in customer service. So let's say I'll give you an example with a spouse or a relative. Let's say something falls through with a spouse, a partner, a friend, and this person comes to you and they're upset and they're like, you were supposed to meet me at XYZ restaurant at 5 o'clock. Where were you? And you could blow the person off. You could say, I got stuck in traffic. Oh, I forgot. You could come up with a million excuses, or they could be the truth, but it's still, you still dropped the ball. And even if you didn't drop the ball and it was a communication error, or maybe that person miscommunicated or misheard you, stop and listen, and don't jump right into defending yourself and wanting to tell your story, and just say, I'm sorry, how can I make that up to you? How can we make this up to each other? Or how can we make this right, because your friendship matters to me? Would you like for me to still come? Could I come tomorrow night? How about if I make you dinner, and this is not something I would probably offer since I don't cook. How about if I make you dinner at my house on Sunday night, since I dropped the ball or things didn't work out for us to meet tonight? And then the second thing is empathize with the person. I'm so sorry. You must feel like I don't care, but I do. I'm so sorry. You must feel like I just forgot all about you, and that my priorities, my other things in life are bigger priorities than you. So empathize, put yourself in that person's shoes, and let them know, I see you, I hear you. These tips will go so far. I can't even tell you guys these two things. Just do more than is expected, and express empathy in your personal relationships, your professional relationships, in service, in all areas of your life. I hope this message has helped. Let me know in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, or if there's something else that you would like for me to cover. I'd love to hear your feedback and what you want to know more about. You can follow me at hashtag 365 days to a better you, or hashtag Annie Bauer or the Smart Better Life. I can be found on YouTube with my long form videos, IGTV, Instagram, Facebook, or at anniebauer.com. And grab my confidence freebie. It's up. Links are in the bio, and links are all over my website. So I will see you soon in the next episode. And until then, keep showing empathy and do more than is expected.